Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Not kind of, I have had it requested of me to do a full day in the life, like basically 24 hours, and show my feeding schedule and kind of what her and I do all day. And honestly, this video might be kind of boring, but I would have killed to watch one of these before I had her. Morgan Byland does similar videos, and I really liked watching hers, but I wasn't familiar with her before finding that video. So my goal is for those of you who have requested it and have been watching my videos to give you a full 24 hours, because you kind of know me, you kind of know how I am, the things that I do. This might give you a more realistic view of like what I do each day, how I clean my house, if I even clean my house, how often I feed her, and how that's going for me, because I exclusively breastfeed and I pump if I feel engorged, or if I feel like I could still pump but then be able to feed her in like 2 hours or whatever. So each day it fluctuates. I don't feed her exactly every 2 hours, but I didn't start this video in the middle of the night. So let me just show you. I've been using the Glow Baby app to track her feedings. So I fed her right before we went to sleep at 11, and she ate on the left for 4 minutes and the right for 3, and that's because I just, don't worry, I'm right by Oakland, but so I don't know if this is how it goes for everybody, but me personally, I got my period back at 2 months postpartum, and like 2 days leading up to my period, and then the 3 or 4 days that I had my period, my milk supply was kind of dipping. The last day I had it, I literally, by like the end of the day, by like, please stop Duke, by like 8 o'clock, I literally had nothing to give her. Like I could not get anything out on either side. And normally the way she eats and has always eaten is only on one side for like 5 minutes, and she grows perfectly. She's above average in most of her like percentiles, and so she's growing perfectly. I guess it just works for her because she's always eaten that way. So she usually only eats on one side, but on my period I was having to feed her on both sides just to even get her like to 5 minutes of eating. And so we were like, I have pumped milk in the freezer, not very much, but like probably 12 bags with like 1 to 3 ounces in each one. So we were heating up a couple of those, and just trying to kill time until like I would refill basically. And so I was pumping as much as I could after feeding her too, and I would get like an ounce after 10 minutes of pumping both sides, which usually I pump for 3 minutes on one side and I get like an ounce and a half, and then on the other side I get another ounce and a half. So I usually end up with like 3 ounces. And after 6 minutes, but I did 10 minutes, I had 1 ounce. So anyways, that was just a preface story. Last night I fed her for 4 minutes on one side and 3 minutes on the other, and I fed her on the other side because she was fussing and pulling off. And now knowing that my supply does tend to dip a little bit at night, especially before and on my period, and I just like got off of it, I put her on the other side, and then she slept from 11:15 to 4:15. Then I fed her for 5 minutes on the right side. Then she slept from 4:20-ish to 7:25, and I fed her on the left side for 5 minutes. And then I just fed her at 9:30 for 5 minutes. So this is the app that I'm using, and I have about an hour and a half before she's gonna want to eat. It tends to be every 2 hours during the day, sometimes 3. If she's in a really good sleep, we can go like up to 7. We've done that one time at night, but usually like 4 is stop. Usually 4 is like the max, and it tends to be about every 2 hours. We just have a really good schedule together, I guess. She's playing with her little cow and loves it, and she's strapped in, don't worry. But yes, so we just technically woke up at 9:30 for the day. I do stay at home with her all day, so now I'm gonna try to get Duke ready and her ready, and we are gonna go downstairs to the bathroom. We do live in an apartment building, so this is kind of a trek. And I had a morning routine filmed, like a very real morning routine, but getting him ready, getting her ready, and filming it literally was too much. And I had the rest of the day filmed, and I started editing it, and I hated it. Like, it ended up so badly. I just didn't like the footage. So I'm going to try to refilm that for my morning routine. However, this is like the full day of like breastfeeding, so this is different. I'm gonna get her ready, get this little baby ready. He's so ready to go potty. And then we're just gonna come in here, probably turn on the TV, watch some shows while I fold laundry, start new laundry. I literally have like 3 loads left of our clothes, basket full of her clothes and blankets that need to be washed because we're running low. So I have a lot to do, and I'm just gonna show you guys my feeding schedule and all of that. So she's being kind of fussy. We just got upstairs, that's why my cheeks are red. And I took her out of it, and she's still being a little bit fussy. And we have about an hour until she would normally eat. I'm gonna try, obviously she just got changed. I'm gonna read to her, let her sit up instead of laying down, hold her, and if she still is fussing, then I will feed her. But she's already calmed down just being in the rocking chair. So I'll put you guys on my water, which is so sketchy. And we didn't read our Bible stories last night, so we're gonna read them. Okay, this one is chapter 30, the bread of life. The next day, many people tried to find Jesus. They followed him to Capernaum in boats. Jesus knew that he wanted to feed them again. Jesus taught them that bread could only keep them alive for a short time. He said that there was another kind of bread that they should look for, the bread of life. He told them that my camera is about to die, so I'm going to just let it die, and then I'll charge it and start the laundry, so then I'll pick back up while I'm doing the laundry so you guys can see. Jesus asked his disciples who they thought he was. Peter said, "Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God." Jesus explained that Peter's testimony had not come from the learning of men. His testimony had come by revelation of God. So it's only 10:45. Hi, are you smiling now? It's only 10:45, and she still has about 45 minutes until she was supposed to eat again. But she kept fussing, and I think she just really wants to go to sleep. And so I'm just gonna like kind of let her like comfort eat, top off her belly, and see if I can get her to nap for a couple of hours. So I'm just gonna top her off really quick. It'll probably only be a couple minutes, and then lay her down for a nap, and then I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I am doing laundry right now. I'm just folding everything, and then I have to start a ton more loads. So I'm just watching shows and doing this, but quick feed break, and I need to log it. So it's only been an hour and 15 minutes, but you know, it's her clock, not mine. Okay. It's now 12:03. Oakland slept for 30 minutes and then woke up, which is fine. She's still just hanging out in her dock top with her wubba nub, just chilling. And I was doing laundry. I'm in my new mom fit for the day. So I have just this t-shirt from Target years ago and some black like jogger sweats. I painted my toes and my fingers while she was asleep. and I had enough time to eat breakfast. And by breakfast, I mean a Pop-Tart, a big glass of water, and 2 chocolates from C's Candy. So I'm doing great this morning. I am going to finish laundry. I had been waiting for my nails to dry a little bit more. I put in another big load, which was great. That's done. So all this will get dried, and then I'll start like her clothes, and then I have to do all the folding. I folded all of the other clothes. I just have to hang what was in that pile, and this is all folded stuff. So folding's my least favorite part. Riley likes to fold, I like to hang, and we both hate putting it away. So that's really not our forte, but that's okay. Oh, that's perfect. So, oh, I need to start. Perfect. That's done. I did clean up the counter a little bit. What's wrong?
Such an honor. Like, I'm freaking out right now. Just saying. Ah, we got caught to a fishnet.
So I think while the laundry's going and Oakland is doing good, kind of hanging out, I'm gonna bring my makeup in here and do my makeup. I'm tired, but I'm not like sleepy. I just like, I feel like there's a lot on my mind that I want to get done and do, but I'm also trying to film and then obviously like pay attention to her. But this is normally how my day goes. I end up doing my makeup in here and I just do something really easy while I watch like RuPaul or the challenge or whatever. I want to edit and get some videos uploaded. I feel like I've been really behind. Hi. I want to give Oakland a bath. I don't know. There's just lots I could do, lots I want to do, and lots that I won't end up doing. So, I'm watching RuPaul right now, and I have all of those clothes to hang, and then these like random socks are waiting for their matches. So I have that. I have Dukers snuggling. Oakland's in her dock tot right by me. Hey girl. And I don't normally have these pillows up. I hate either not showing her or having to preface everything and have a disclaimer before I post it. But Oakland is in her dock tot. She's very safe. I have been sitting with her and she's not gonna suffocate. She's safe. She's smiley. She's a happy girl. Yeah, you are, huh? So, that's what everyone's doing. I'm gonna do my makeup right here. And then she's probably gonna wanna eat. Not soon, but maybe, let's see. So she ate an hour and 20 minutes ago. She's good, and so I really don't think she'll eat for at least 40 minutes, an hour. So it's 12:01. I'll probably feed her around 1-ish, which generally, I don't know how it works out this way, but I usually end up feeding her like around 1, anywhere in between 1 to 2, and then like 4 or 5, which has been nice because I can kind of always bet on that. And then if we have to go out or if we want to like go out to dinner or something, we can kind of gauge around, like she's gonna have eaten around 4 or 5. So if it's 4, she eats at 6. If it's 5, she eats at 7. And we can just be like, okay, let's go right after I feed her or whatever. So it's her schedule for sure, but it's not, if I do feed her every 2 hours, I have never had her be like too full. She might just stay asleep a little bit longer, like the next feed, but she'll always eat, and it's always been 2 hours has been really good for me. Ever since she was born, is sticking with every 2 hours. If she's asleep, I don't wake her up, but if I'm about to go to sleep, I would like to stay asleep longer, so I do wake her up, or I stay awake until like 11-ish or whatever, and then feed her so we can get a longer stretch of sleep together. if that makes sense. This video is gonna be really long because I've been really chatty, but that's what you guys asked for. So, here you go.
And smart mouth that I came to fall in love with on American Idol.
Hello.
Hi, Twenty.
We're doing.
Driving from Costco.
Driving in a car. Driving in a car. So, I finished the laundry, I hung it all up, sat down and changed her bum, changed her outfit, and then I realized it had been a little bit over 2 hours, so I started feeding her. I will show you guys the total time when it's done and logged. And then we sit here and burp. Yeah, you're so pretty. You're so smart and kind and brave, and you're fearless, and you're courageous, and you're beautiful. Yeah, yeah, you're all those things and more. You're all those things and so much more. Yeah. Oh man, it is getting real rain cloudy. Okay, so here's the log so far. So this is when we woke up for the day, 9:30ish. Then she ate, got topped off at 10:47, ate for 5 minutes. Sorry. Took like a 30-minute nap and then just ate for 5 more minutes. And she's 9 weeks and 4 days old. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. You're such a big girl. I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do today. I completed all of my major chores, and I'm still waiting for the laundry to be done. So I will see you guys when she's ready to feed next. We just had a massive blowout. Like, I picked her up and it's on me. It's here, I mean, at least she's still happy, but that means it's bath time. So, it's like on my hands too. So we are getting down and dirty literally, huh, honey? Happy Friday. Okay. Of course I just washed all of her clothes, so now I either have to do a tiny load of just these things or wait. Oh my gosh. And I just changed the cover on here. I mean, this is a mess. This is a mess. Yuck. Let's change. Okay, I'll just do this. Yikes. Well, I'm gonna put my clothes and her clothes in the washer, and then her and I are, oh, not her and I, but I am gonna go give her a bath. So, see you in a little. Okay, we are post blowout, and all is well. I gave her a bath, I took a bath with her, and then she gets really cold after a bath. And I even bring like a space heater into our room. Our house is at 75 degrees. It's just kind of weird because we're in an apartment. So we took a bath and she got a little fussy, which is totally fine and normal. So I fed her for like 3 minutes. And then at 2 o'clock she fell asleep. So she's been asleep for about 10 minutes now. And I decided to come out here and start dinner. I should have started it a long time ago. And obviously I changed. Camo Lululemon leggings, just a gray shirt from Target. Killing it. So I'm making, this is so dark. I'm making chicken and dumpling, like soup, crock pot I guess. For dinner. It was supposed to be like Tuesday night's dinner, but I forgot my brother came into town, which I did not get enough footage of. So I'm gonna vlog the rest of the weekend and put it all together. So that video will be after this one. Hey, cool it, Duke. That video will be after this one, but it is coming. How to use my crock pot liners because it's so much easier. So I'm gonna make this quick because I don't know the recipe, so I'm gonna need a look. But I'm making this for dinner. Oakland's asleep. Riley will be home in about an hour and a half. No, back to what I was saying. So I fed her for a little bit and she's been asleep now. So that wasn't really like a normal feed, but just to comfort her because she gets kind of fussy and sad after a bath. So that's what we did. I don't know what the plan is once Riley gets home, and that always will change obviously her feeding schedule. So if we end up going to get tires, we might all go in one car and just hang out there. We might take 2 cars, come home, or go out and do something, and then I'd be feeding her like in the car. I don't feed in public as a personal choice. I have no problem if other people are doing it. I did have to feed her at the fair, but I used a cover. And if I'm feeding in my car, I don't use a cover. It's my car. Don't look in if you don't want to see something. In my house, I don't use a cover. At other people's houses, I obviously do use a cover, or I go into a different room, just because I don't want other people to feel uncomfortable, and my personal preference is to use that if I'm with somebody else. So depending on the group, I'll usually just feed her. Sometimes it just depends. I'm trying to be respectful. I want to still feel comfortable myself, and I don't think that's something that's going to change. I'm not just going to ever be walking down the street and pull my boob out. But it does change her feeding schedule a little bit. I try to be a little bit more strategic. So if we're going out to dinner, I try to feed her in the car, wake her up, change her butt, feed her, put her in her car seat. Or usually we carry her in the car seat, so put her back in her car seat, put it on the stroller, and go out to dinner, or whatever. If we have a basketball game, I feed her like right before we leave so that she falls asleep in the car, so that she's asleep while we're there. It just kind of depends. Obviously, if you aren't a mom yet and you aren't breastfeeding, or even formula feeding, if you aren't feeding a child yet, you'll find your own groove. It does take a little bit of time. You have to decide what you're comfortable with. Some babies eat more, some babies eat less. I read a post on Facebook a couple days ago, and I was like, I wish someone would have said how long babies feed, and that they don't feed every couple of hours, and that sometimes they want to cluster feed just for comfort. Sometimes they literally are screaming because they're hungry, and you know, feedings can last hours. They just sit there and suckle even though they're not eating. So like, I just wish someone had told me that. And I agree, but I also wish someone had told me, because I ask my doctor every single time I go, because it's not, to me, I don't know anyone else whose baby only eats for 5 minutes. The max she's ever eaten on one side is 8 minutes, and she usually does not go to the other side unless, like I said, I'm on my period and my milk supply is dipping. She only ever eats on one side, and it's generally 5 minutes long, and you know, that's the way it is. And something that I want to show you guys is on the Glow app, it tells you like, so it says, so far this week, Oakland is 9 weeks old. Your baby fed from the left side 5 times a day and 5.8 times on the right side. Your baby's average feeding session is 5 minutes. Glow baby's average feeding session is 16 minutes, 16.4 minutes. And so as much as I agree, I wish people would understand that feeding your baby is completely up to that baby. It's also very possible for them to only eat 3 to 5 minutes, and if they're satisfied and growing, then they are fine. And like I said, she is growing just fine. She has chunked up immensely. Like, she is doing great. Her doctor is not worried about it at all. I bring it up every single time that we go in, and he's like, she's just getting enough. That's all that it is. You might have a fast flow or whatever, but she's getting enough. She is thriving. She's great. So just know that as many of these videos as you wish you could watch to feel more prepared, it's just going to depend on your baby and how much that they want to eat, how long it takes. It could be literally 40 minutes on one side, and that's okay. She falls asleep on my boob sometimes, but her mouth's wide open and she's like not eating, obviously, but you know, or she could wake up and then like hurry and suckle back on, and then she falls right back asleep. Like, it just depends on your baby. So don't feel stressed if your baby's eating fewer minutes and more frequently, or if your baby's eating every 4 hours and just won't wake up to eat. If they're growing, if your doctor says it's okay, you are fine. You're doing a great job. You're a great mom. You're killing it. Pumpkin chocolate chips are made. Dinner is in. My mom came over to visit to hold the precious baby with a cute little butt bear. Yeah. I still have a couple of loads of laundry. Her baby clothes need to go into the folding pile, and then the blowout clothes need to go to the dryer, and I just got thrown up on, so she got her outfit changed again. And she just smells like it, I think, on her hands. I'll get you a rag. So it's going swimmingly. Riley hasn't called me, so I don't think he's... Bump your head. It's okay. It's that baby. We wipe her face. My mom left 5 minutes ago and Oakland started bussing, so I didn't show it, but I fed her 26 minutes ago. So we went from 1:45 to 3:55 is when she ate last. Still watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Thank you, I love being here.
And hi girly. She is just kind of hanging out, resting, playing, sucking on her hands. We've had to change her outfit so many times today. It's normally not this much, but she was in her jammies, got her ready for the day. She had a blowout, took a bath, got her ready. She threw up, and my mom was coming over, and I wouldn't keep her in the throw up top anyways, but my mom was coming over, so I changed her pants too and put her in an outfit that my mom had bought her so she could see her in it, because she does not fit the pants anymore. She is way too tall for 3-month pants, but the 3-month shirts are just starting to fit, huh? I'm gonna stop chit-chatting so much because this video is gonna be so long, and I will just either show you when I'm feeding her or update you, like show you the times that I feed her, because that was like the request for this video, was to see how often I feed her and like just kind of what her schedule is and what's it like being at home with her all day. Right now she's just hanging out with me. She's just chilling, huh? And she kind of spit up on this outfit, plus it's too short for her, so I'm probably gonna change her again. And we need to do some tummy time. So that's kind of what I do with a newborn / 2-month-old. It's a lot of just hanging out and holding her. She is not a fussy baby. She's not a cryy baby, so she is okay to just sit here and hang out and have me hold her while she like comes in and out of sleep, or just lay here and hang out, watch shows. I mean, she doesn't watch her shows, but I watch the shows, get laundry done. Like, I honestly, like, our days are pretty easy. Like, we get through them. Sorry, my arm looks like so weird because I'm leaning. Our days are okay, we get through them, but like, they're fairly easy. I can get stuff done, but also some days we just snuggle and hang out all day, and that's totally fine too. So I'm gonna stop chit-chatting so much, and I'll just show you how often she gets fed. It is 6:30. Riley got home about an hour and a half ago, an hour-ish ago, and And I've been finishing up dinner. I just added the dumpling part to the chicken and dumplings. And I got some elderberry gummies out that my pediatrician, or her pediatrician, told me that me and Riley should definitely be taking them if we want to be, because they help with your immune system. And she's too young to get a flu shot for this season. So that's kind of where we're at. I just fed her and pumped. I pump kind of randomly. I want to start doing it in the morning and at night, but I didn't do it this morning, so I just decided to do it right after she ate. I'm about to eat and drink a ton for dinner, and so it should help my supply build back up. So I fed her, let's see, 36 minutes ago. Of course that thing comes up. Let me show you. She hasn't been sleeping. She hasn't been sleeping very good today, like very long. She usually takes longer naps more frequently, but she woke up and then ate for 8 minutes, which was great. And then I pumped, which I didn't write down. And I'm gonna pump tonight, so I just saved it because it's not very much, because she just had eaten. So it's up to the 3 line, but it's not, it's only like 1 ounce actually when it's like fully opened. So I'm gonna pump tonight and then I'll just mix them because they'll be a couple hours apart and they can stay in the fridge for 2-3 days, up to 3 days. I don't ever do that, I just freeze them. But anyways, that's kind of where we're at, and I will see you guys next time I pump or feed. It is 10:21 now, and I fed her at like 9:45, and then like 15 minutes later she was still kind of fussy, so I gave her the almost 1 ounce bottle that I had pumped earlier today, mixed with her vitamin D drops. Gave her that. She settled down. Riley is rocking her now, so I also fed her, I think I showed you guys at like 8:09 to 8:15, and then she was still kind of fussy, so I fed her on the other side at 8:20. Then I fed her at 9:40. Again, she was just being fussy. Normally she doesn't eat like that, but she has slept horribly today. Like, she has not gotten hardly any sleep, so I think she's just overly tired, and it's easy to feed her and then get her to calm down. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for naps. And also, if you guys have any tips, I still have laundry to do, lovely. If you guys have any tips on what to do if your milk supply is dipping, I don't know, my period's been gone for a couple of days, so I don't know if it'll start coming back up, like my milk supply, but it seems around like 7 o'clock until probably like 2 or 3 in the morning is when it really takes a dip, and she gets really fussy when she's feeding because it's just not coming out. Like, I don't hear her swallowing as much. So if you guys have any tips on how to get it to increase now, I've been pumping. Stop. When I'm having problems feeding her, I feed her and then I go and pump afterwards to see if I can get like a second letdown, to see if I can start training it to keep coming back. So if you guys have any other tips, stop. Please let me know. Sorry, I'm just frazzled with this whole day. It's been a really long day. I've been with her and she's just been more fussy than normal, and I just feel bad not being able to feed her, and Duke's being whiny. So I'm sorry, this is real life. This is really what it looks like at 10:25 at night on a Friday night after a long week. So I'm probably gonna feed her. She's probably gonna fall asleep in Riley's arms and stay there for until like 11. Maybe he'll lay her down. She'll probably wake up around 11. I will try to feed her then, and then we'll go to bed for the night, and then we'll just wake up in the morning and do it all over again. So I'm just gonna end the vlog here so I remember to end it. Thank you guys for watching. This is gonna be such a long video. I'm actually really excited to edit it and see like what it looks like and everything. So I'm back. Literally a minute after I closed the vlog, I went out there. Riley got Oakland asleep, so I sat down and I pumped, and I got 1.5 ounces, 5 minutes on each side, total 1.5 ounces, but 10 minutes total, 1.5 ounces, which is good because it took a really long time to even get 3/4 ounce a couple hours ago. So I'm hoping that'll kind of like tell my body to bring some more milk down. Whenever she wakes up, I will feed her. If not, I'll just give her that bottle and then try to keep feeding, like feed her as much as I can, and then try to give her that bottle if needed. If not, I'll freeze it, which will be great. Another thing I wanted to throw in here, and then I'll cut to the ending that I already filmed, so this is going to be a little confusing, but I didn't know this, and it took me a long time to remember to ask my doctor this, so I wanted to tell you in case you were wondering. The way that a baby breastfeeds is way better than any breast pump is. So if it's taking you 10 minutes to get 1 ounce, don't be discouraged, because no matter what, they can't make a breast pump that mimics or will be as good as the way that your baby eats off of your breast, if that makes sense. So she could be getting 2 ounces in 10 minutes, she could be getting 3, she could be whatever, but the way that she sucks and is eating is so much better than just a breast pump like vacuum sucking it out of your boobs. So that helped me a lot, because I was like, I'm getting, before my period, when I would pump, I would get like 3 ounces, 3 minutes, so 6 minutes total, I'd get 3 ounces, and I'm like, holy cow, no wonder she's only eating for 5 minutes. But like, is that still okay? And my doctor was like, she's probably getting 3 ounces or more, or she's at least getting 3 ounces, because, you know, she's eating for 5 minutes. So whatever, don't be discouraged. Breastfeeding is hard, formula feeding is hard, bottle feeding is hard, exclusively pumping is hard, caring for a newborn baby is hard. Don't be discouraged, you're doing great. And now I'm gonna cut to me ending the vlog. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed and have your bell notification on so you don't miss an upload, and leave recommendations down below for my milk supply. And then also leave down below any video requests or anything that you guys would like to see. I love getting Instagram messages and comments about like people who are like, oh, I'm like expecting in February, or I'm due in December, and could you make a video like this, or what do you do for that? Because that's how I was when I was pregnant, but I feel like I'm still small enough where I read the comments and actually I'm like, yeah, I'll make that video. But I didn't have anyone like that I watched when I was pregnant. It was all like much bigger people, like OK Baby, KK Baby J, and Aaron Williams, so my comment would just get lost. So if you guys have any videos that you would like to see a real like mom's perspective or take on it, or just like to see what I do, to see if you can try to just take some inspiration or just feel comforted in the things that you're doing, I don't know, whatever you need, just leave a comment down below and I will try to make those videos. Thanks again for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.